One of the reasons why you are having a hard time ranking up is because you don't know the right counter items to build. In this Mobile Legends guide, we are going to check all of these items one by one and why you need to build it. But before we start, I want to say thank you to all who subscribed. We are almost at 1K. I will start the giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you are not yet subscribed, hit subscribe and the notification bell. Let's go. To understand these items, we need to know their categories. First is damage, defense and penetration. In every category there is what you call physical and magical. Physical attack, magic attack, physical defense, magical defense and physical and magic penetration. The counter for physical attack is physical defense. The counter for magic attack is magic defense, and the counter for physical defense is physical penetration, and the counter for magic defense is magic penetration. It means that if the enemy has high damage, you need to build defense. If the enemy has high defense, you need to build penetration damage, and lastly true damage. It can't be countered by physical or magic defense. The only thing you can do is build high HP or shield. Let's now go to damage type items. Our first item is Sea Halberd. I will not read the description cause you can already read it. I will just say the reason why it is a good counter item. If you have this item, when you hit with basic attack it will reduce the regen effects of the enemy, either regen, heal, life steal or even spell vamp. Any types of regen effect will be reduced, as you can see in this video, when I didn't buy the item yet. The heal of Raffala is high, but once I bought the item, her heal becomes weak. You can also see the broken heart on Rafaela's head. If you have that, it means your regen effects are reduced. This is a good counter for heroes like Uranus, Ruby, Alice and also Esmeralda, because her shield effect will also be lowered. Just remember that this is only for basic attack. If there is for basic attack, there is also for magic damage. This is what you call Necklace of Durance. It's the same as the Sea Halberd, but the difference is, Sea Halberd is basic attack and this Necklace of Durance is for skills. Every time you use a skill there will be a broken heart on the enemy and their regen effect will be lowered. Our next item is Demon Hunter's Sword. This item is good for enemies with high HP. The higher the HP, the higher your damage will be. This is a good item against tank or heroes with shield, because shields are also considered as HP, so if the HP or shield is higher it means it will deal more damage. But as the enemy's HP gets lower, the damage also gets lower. You can use this to replace Host Claw, because this item also have life steal. There is also a same effect in magic damage. It's called Glowing Wand. The difference is, if you use a skill in Glowing Wand, the damage will deal 3 times. Also a good thing about this, if you use 2 skills the damage will overlap. Our next item is Wind of Nature. This item is good for dodging physical damage. It's also good when you are fighting physical damage enemies head on. If you buy it, there will be an icon above your ultimate. If you click it, you won't receive any physical damage for 2 seconds, but you will still be hit by crowd control skill, but there will be no damage. But remember that you can only dodge physical damage. If it is a magic damage skill, you will be damaged. The timing is also important in this item. You should click it at the right time. Our next item is Winter Truncheon. It's almost the same as Wind of Nature. The difference is in Wind of Nature you can still attack while using it, but in Winter Truncheon you can't attack. It means that you are just frozen. The good thing about this, it can dodge any skill or attack, but the timing is also important. You must click it at the right time. This is a good counter for Ultimate of Harley, Lunox, Eudora and many more. Just remember that timing is the key, just like this video. Our next item is Rose Gold Meteor. This item is a good counter for heroes with burst attack. When your HP is below 30%, it will give you a shield, but there are still heroes who can die easily even if they have this item. When that happens you can change your item to our next item, Athena's Shield. With this item, you don't need to wait for your HP to be below 30% to gain a shield. After buying this, you already have a shield, and because it has a magic defense, it's also a good counter for mage heroes. This item is not only for tank. You can also build this if you are a marksman or fighter so you can survive. Remember that you also need a defensive item. This is a good counter for mage or heroes with burst. so you can survive longer. One more item you can use even if you are a marksman is warrior boots. This item is good if the enemies have more physical damage. You will also notice that every time the enemy hits you, you will have additional armor. It means that your enemies will reduce their damage to you on every hit. It can reduce up to 5 times. The additional armor is not only heroes, even on jungle creeps. Every hit will increase your armor. Same thing with lane minions. As long as someone attacks you with basic attack, your armor will increase. Just remember, it has to be basic attack, not skills. Our next item is another type of boots called tough boots. The good thing about this boots is it has magic defense, so the crowd control skills that are used on you will end faster, like stuns, or any kind of hold. It will be removed easily, like this example. As you can see, the one with tough boots can move faster. Our next item is the most common defensive item, immortality. This item is good if the enemy can only burst you once. But if you think the enemies can still kill you even if you resurrect, it's better to build Rose Gold Meteor or Athena's Shield. Next, let's go to tank items that is good to build. First on our list is Blade Armor. This item returns 25% of your physical attack. It means that if you are hitting with basic attack, you are also getting damaged. Our next item is Antique Cuirass. It reduces physical and magic attack of the enemies. A lot of players are asking what are the counter for critical and true damage. There is no counter for that, but if you can reduce their damage, you can also reduce the crit and true damage. Our next item is Dominance Ice. This item will reduce the attack speed and movement speed of the enemies and also their critical chance. It means that this is a good counter for marksmen who rely on attack speed. Our next item is Oracle. This item increases the shield and regen effects of items and skills. It's a good combo for Athena's Shield to have more shield. It will also increase your magic defense if you buy this item. Next, let's go to the items with penetration. And of course, if the enemy has too much defense, for example the Icicle defense is too high, you need to counter it with physical penetration, and if the magic defense is high, you need magic penetration depending on what your damage type is. There are 2 types of penetration. First is plus 15 penetration, and 40% penetration, either physical or magic penetration. What are the difference between these two? Plus 15 penetration, meaning you will reduce the defense of the enemies by 15. Plus 40% penetration, meaning you will reduce the enemy's defense by 40%. For example, the defense of the enemy is 100. If the enemy has 100 defense minus 15, it will be 85. If it is 100 minus 40%, it will be 60. But if the defense is only 20 minus 15, then the remaining defense will be 5. If minus 40%, the remaining will be 12. It means that if the defense is higher, you need 40%. If it is smaller, you just need plus 15. Let's start with the physical penetration items first. Our first item is Blade of Heptes. This item has plus 15 penetration. That's why additional damage is not that high, because it's only plus 15 penetration. The good thing about the passive of this item is called Ambush. When you didn't attack or get attacked within 5 seconds, your next basic attack will be doubled, additional 100%. Again, to know if it's already 5 seconds, you can see the Ambush logo below. As you can see, there is 2 damage that appear on one attack once Ambush is active. Our next item is Hunter Strike. It's almost the same as the Blade of Heptes. The only difference is when you attack 5 times with this item, your movement speed will increase. Next is Malefic Roar. This is the one who has 40% physical penetration. I will inflict more damage with this item. Another good thing about this item is its passive. It ignores 20% of the tower's defense. You will be able to push faster. Let's now go to magic penetration. Our first item is Genuous One. This item has plus 15 magic penetration. The good thing about this item, if your damage or skill is continuous, your magic penetration will increase, plus 3 to 10 depending on your level, up to 30 magic penetration. So if you have 15 magic penetration, you will also have additional 30 magic penetration. If your skill is continuous, you can see on Alice's ultimate, the damage increases because magic penetration also increases. Our next item is Divine Glaive. This item has 40% magic penetration. The good thing about this item, If your HP is more than 70%, you will have additional 30% magic penetration. These are the counter items that you need to know. You will not be able to memorize all of these items immediately, but slowly you will know these items when you are using it every game. I hope you learn a lot from this guide, and if you like this video, hit a thumbs up and comment what guide you want me to make, and if you are not yet subscribed, hit subscribe and the notification bell to be notified when I make a new guide. See you on the next video.